Yeah, it was probably about 12:15. There were a few of us out in the back on the east side of the building having our lunch, and we were just watching the clouds and hearing the thunder. And a couple of us grew up out in the Midwest, so we were kind of looking at the clouds and explaining to a couple of the other ladies out there.
That looks familiar.
We were talking to a couple of the other ladies and explaining, yeah, well, when you see dark clouds like that and you see light clouds like that over there, generally out there you'll start hearing hail within a few minutes, and then hail started coming down. So the two of us that grew up out there, we just kind of looked at each other like, wait a minute, this isn't right. And then our head mechanic called us into the shop to look on the west side of the building to see everything that was going on over there. And just on the other side of the strip mall right there, you could actually start seeing the funnel cloud starting to make its formation. And
I was actually out on my break. Noticed that the thunder was sounding kind of funny. Took a closer look. There was lightning. Came into the office, standing out in this window over here, looking out there. Started seeing the debris flying and heard a bunch of noise. So myself and a couple of the other office staff went under their desks after we seen the roof fly.
Had you ever been through anything like that before?
Oh, no. No, I was terrified.
So what was here?
That was the
the roof of that?
Off of the pump out.
It was clear where we were, but we could hear thunder, and that was the first thing, is I could hear thunder maybe a mile away. And then we looked off into the distance, and the clouds maybe a mile in to the west were really dark. And then some hail started to fall. And then I looked away and some thunder started, and I looked back, and it was just pouring rain, like the heaviest rain I've ever seen, mixed with hail about the size of a marble, were the biggest pieces. And our gutters were overflowing. They were, like, I looked out and there was water gushing out of the edges, like they were completely full. And then it came through, and probably a minute later it was still raining, but it was in no way as hard. And then we just heard that the tornado had touched it. Like, that was pretty much, it was clear that was sort of the side of the tornado coming through.
Well, I came back from lunch into the parking lot here. First clue that there were major things wrong is the fact that there's a carport blown up against the side of the building here just outside my office. And I thought, well, that doesn't look good. And 2x4 stuck in the ground all the way across from the trailer court to here. When I pulled in the parking lot, then all the cars that were left parked here in the parking lot all had the windows blown out of them, on the side that the wind came from. So there were about a half a dozen cars there that had the windows gone. And the top was gone out of the big fir tree, the big cedar tree out front, about 20 feet taken off of that, blown over the back and dropped on the top of one of the trucks that's in the back. We had, the roofs were lifted up on our machine shop and on the head house for our greenhouses. We had 2 greenhouses that were just, essentially demolished. Our hoop house was blown down on one side of it, was gone, and then shingles were gone off all the roofs. It was down to bare wood right above my office here, and people are up there now pounding on that to put some rolled roofing down on it to maybe keep some water out of there. But we've lost shingles on all 4 of the main buildings here at the research station. We've got the major metal down. It's not nailed in place yet, but at least it'll keep the insulation from getting wet under there. We've got the power shut off in the greenhouses, gas shut off in the greenhouses. So no one injured. That's a good thing. No one here was hurt. We've got several people who will be getting their car windows fixed the next few days. It's amazing. It's amazing how much damage can happen in that short time.